Tom Plays. It's been a while, but we have returned, and we're returning with none other than Samurai Shodown.
Samurai Shodown.
So I'm going to adjust the volume a little bit here, but I've been excited about playing this game for a long time. The triumphant return of the Samurai Shodown series. Just gonna sort the sound out here. Just drop the master volume a little bit. We'll drop it to around 30, so hopefully you can hear me okay now. So what's immediately apparent from this game is its level of quality. This menu is just beautiful, as is the music, as is the general visual presentation of Samurai Shodown. We'll call it Samurai Shodown 2019 because this actually does share its title with the original game, released way back when. Okay, so let's do it. Oh, I was in game options. What we want to do is we'll go on story. And here's your characters. Now the game is undergoing an update at the moment, so I don't know what that's changing or adding, but these two are new from what I remember. The rest... yeah, I think the rest are from other Samurai Shodown games. I think it's just these two who are new. But let me know if I'm mistaken. Haomaru, I think is Haomaru. I can't say anything very well. We're going to go with him because he is the classic character from this franchise. Haomaru. This is his original colours. We'll choose that. So there's a bit of a story going on. Of course this is story mode, but we're gonna skip that for this because the loading times in this game are pretty long and we want to just jump straight into some gameplay so you can see what this is like. I promise next time I'll turn the camera on, but yeah, sorry about that, I haven't updated my settings here. But yeah, as you can see, if I've got any criticism with this game, it would be that the loading is particularly lengthy. But here we go. I guess it could be worse. But great visual style. I wouldn't say entirely original. It sort of apes Street Fighter 4's approach to translating a 2D fighter into 3D. So this might be slightly problematic because I've just been playing Tekken 3, so adjusting to maybe it wasn't the greatest idea in hindsight. So I was fearful that this game would take a while to for me to adjust to. But if you're a guy who plays, or a girl who plays fighting games, then I think you'll get into Samurai Shodown quite easily. The game uses similar Street Fighter like button combinations. There is what seems like a countering system in the game, which I have not investigated as of yet into how that actually works. So you could say this is a very sort of novice play. You know, I'm not guaranteed to win. We won't take that as a given. But overall, this is done very well.
最終戦勝負
It's satisfying to play. It's nice and bloody, also. I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep using that move over and over again. I'm trying to do another one. But you've got sort of a weak, a medium, and a heavy splash attack as well as a kick. I forget where the throw is. That's a sort of a punch. Our throw is on R2, but we try not. Shucks. Ooh, I was trying my darndest to win that one. It's a fun winning animation there. So we're going to stick with it. Last time I played this, I was able to beat the first character rather easily. So, it's in the best show of my ability. Try and get a throw in. Ah, wow. She beat me to it. Oh, that would have been a perfect opportunity then. So I thought this would be appropriate to play this one this time because I talked about it on Tom Matt Attack, the podcast that I do, with Matt Boyle, fellow podcaster. And yeah, I talked about this game on there, so I thought this would be a nice little companion piece for those wondering what the game is like. Get to see it. Also, Evo tournament is not long wrapped up. That's the big fighting game tournament where this was played, I'm pretty sure. The throws just take a long time to there you go. Oh, maybe not understanding exactly how to do those throws yet. Ooh, she's just done a special. I've got to see a cool finishing move there though. I assure you, I will endeavour to beat this first opponent. Oh, now I've used my power-up ability. I think this gives me a limited powered-up moves. There you go, one match down. What I'll try and do is show you a few of the different fighting stages and characters throughout this story mode. But yeah, this is not disappointed in the slightest. This is everything I'd hoped it would be. It's good to have another weapons-based fighter on the PS4. Also, this game's available on Xbox One as well. And what's exciting to see is in Soul Calibur's recently announced Season Pass for Season 2 of Soul Calibur. There'll be a crossover with Samurai Shodown, so Haramaru, if that is how I'm pronouncing, if I pronounce it correctly, is going to be in Soul Calibur. So he's a similar character to Mitsurugi, both samurai. So it's going to be interesting to see how those characters differ. And it'd be fun to face them off. But it makes sense for a weapons-based fighting game like Samurai Shodown for their characters to appear in Soul Calibur. Good cross-promotion for both, really. Might make people more aware of this game, sell a few more copies. But this is one that came out at a more expensive price, actually, than most. I think this was retailing for around the $49.99 mark. That's British pounds. Making a hash of this. If I do have the option to change character at any point, I will try and show maybe some of the other characters. There's some nice stuff going on in the background as well in this game. They're not static, which is cool. I like the fact you've got other people watching. Trying to make use of this power up, but not doing a great job of it, am I? That one's good because you can attack from a distance. Ah, a decisive finish. Fantastic. So yeah, hoping to get back to a regular routine of doing one of these Tom plays once a week. It's been a while since I've been able to do it, just hasn't been the right circumstances really to do these. So now, yeah, I think should be able to deliver these every week, all being well and good. And do let me know if there's any certain games you want to see. I have a reasonably sized collection, so there's a chance I might have the game you want to see. Or check back at the older episodes, and you can see some of the other games that I've featured in this segment over, well, past few years, I guess now. And if you'd like to see an unboxing of this special edition of the game that I've got, then you can also check that out elsewhere on the channel. You can see all the goodies that came with it as I get slaughtered. For upcoming episodes, I do have a few ideas of my own of some of the things we could cover. Thinking of doing Ghost of a Tale, which is a charming stealth. I think I'd say it's a stealth game for the most part, following a little mouse, which is a pretty impressive game. Also, Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise, which is the Fist of the North Star action-adventure game in a similar, using a similar Yakuza-type template developed by the same studio. So, way did something cool. So that's another one that I want to get stuck into. We can look at Wipeout as well, which has recently been made available for free on PlayStation Plus. There's also Spider-Man I picked up recently. If you haven't played that game yet and are curious about it, we can cover that. And also God of War as well. Two games that I've had yet to spend a substantial amount of time with, but both have left very lasting good impressions on me. So this is something on in the background story. There's this particular character. Not a lot is revealed in that particular cutscene. Just that this character is quite powerful, we're led to believe. We can also do a few more fighters in the future. I got a few recently, like Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT, which I'm led to believe does contain fighting. I don't know, it's not a traditional one-on-one fighter per se, but it'd be really cool to check that one out. A Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2, which was the last Guilty Gear game to be released, ahead of this new one that's been announced at EVO as well. We can also do, what's it called? Under Night in Birth as well, which is a 2D fighting game. I guess like this is essentially. Oh wow, what a move. Doing okay for a sort of novice player. At one point my trophies were appearing on Facebook, and then one day that just stopped happening. I don't know why that was. I didn't set it up for that to happen. I did have it back in the day on the PS3 that should happen, but one day it stopped and then it came back and it appears to have stopped again. Conclusion. Now I did play a bit of this when I first got it. I didn't quite get through the story mode. Had to actually do something else, I think, at the time, so I didn't quite get the opportunity to finish it off. So we'll see how far I get this time. I won't be able to play online tonight as the game is updating, so network options are unavailable at present until the update comes in, but it'll be very interesting to see what that update does bring to the game as this little bunny runs. As it loads. That's a lot of swords. I recall this guy from one of the Samurai Shodown games I played on the Saturn, actually. Yoshitora. I noticed sometimes the blood appears more brown than red in places. If I could get this throw thing down. If anyone can tell me where I'm going wrong, then please do write in the comments. Have you got any Samurai Shodown tips for me? One day we'll actually play Mortal Kombat 11 maybe, but I haven't got that yet. We might actually do 10 because, or X, because that's not been one I've covered here. I do have that on PS4, so. But I assume most of you have played that if you're interested by now. Now, a fair few years. Oh, making a hash of this one. Or maybe not. Maybe we can just scrape through this. Oof. Just. I'm assuming this is a game where perhaps most of the fights are going to be relatively okay difficulty, and then we're going to get up to maybe the last couple of fights and it's going to get super hard. Seth from Street Fighter 4 hard, I imagine. But yeah, we'll get the camera on next week. Sorry that's not available this week, although you just get to see my mug as I play this game. I don't know if anyone's particularly into seeing, but we can make it happen. This is one of the new characters, I think. I don't recognise her from any older games. We're going to skip that and just jump straight into the game. An interesting shield. Is he just got a magical shield? Very chilled out music as well. Ooh, jumped right over it. Ooh. Still remember Samurai Shodown Sen on the Xbox 360? Not sure if it got a PS3 release as well, but I didn't mind that one so much. It'd be interesting to compare and go back to that now, actually. I don't think it felt as classic Samurai Shodown as this game does. But if you notice there, I chopped the opponent in half. It's subtle because you can't always see it, but there's an option when you start up the game, I don't know if you saw it or not, to turn off the aspect of the violence, and also to dismemberment, and also to turn off the blood as well if you don't want to see it. Something's brewing. I like this. This game doesn't cut off the stream when it's doing a cutscene, like some games do. Mid-battle cutscene 2 is unlocked, so if we wanted to watch that little sequence again, I guess we could now. So we load. So yeah, let me know what you think of the game. I think it plays very well. I'm quite taken with it, and I like the stylistic approach they've taken with the graphics. And this stage is very familiar looking. There's a lovely attention to detail. It's a bit of a love letter, I think, to the franchise. Definitely not some cash grab. Also recently announced was a new King of Fighters. King of Fighters 15 I think we're on now, which that's quite exciting. I'm a fan of that series as well. Let's see what they do with the graphics. If they reach a sort of Arc System Works type level with their graphics, then that'll be very impressive. I doubt at this point they'll go back to 2D because... And I've lost my weapon. Should be quite easy to pick up. There we go. Ooh. Now, I'm not sure how many fights there are in this story mode. We could go through every character, in which case it could be fairly lengthy. But we've not reached that point where it's got super impossibly difficult yet. Even though I don't feel like I'm playing the game at the level I should be playing it at right now. My abilities aren't that advanced. Sometimes when I cover fighting games on these Tom plays, maybe they only last about half an hour, 45 minutes. So we'll see how this one goes down. This would be nice to give you guys a taster of what to expect if you're interested in this game. Now this looks like a bit of a final confrontation to me. Semi-final. I'm sure there'll be a final boss as well. But I'm anticipating this to be the most difficult match yet. I'm trying to remember to power up this match. I think it happens as you take damage, your meter builds up. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So we're reaching a... This is a lovely stylistic approach to the graphics. The backgrounds almost seem 2D, but there's a lot of depth to them as well. That was quite a powerful attack then. If you can get those heavy ones in, they are slow, but they do a lot of damage. And that I think was a throw. Now, he's in a position where he could take me out if I keep messing up like I am. Now I feel I could have played a lot better there, so the AI difficulty isn't extreme, at least, playing it on the level I'm playing it at right now. Here we could have our final boss type character. An impressive little cutscene. Wow. So slightly intimidated by this matchup, if we are indeed going to be fighting her. Yeah, boss intros. Let's see how we fare this matchup. Oh dear. Oh dear. She's perhaps somewhat overpowered, maybe? I don't know if we'll be able to make it past this one or not. It seems like the opportunity, yeah, you get to... So maybe it's better to be defensive, but I feel he's probably got to do enough, wow, damage to trigger that other form. Okay, maybe not impossible, maybe if we get enough damage in when she changes form we can beat her, but I don't think this is going to be a walk in the park. Especially if I miss blocking some of those moves. Let's get in the big hits. Ooh, not doing a good job of blocking these, am I? Maybe I should be, yeah, countering perhaps. Maybe this time around it might not be possible for me to win this one. I did say we'd try another character. Now this could send me right back to the beginning, but Nakaruru with her hawk, eagle companion, a hawk companion, what do you say? Or was it an eagle? Let me know in the comments if you know what bird Nakaruru has with her. And we'll give this one more go. This could be a good strategy. If I can do this sort of jumping over a stick for a bit. Oops. Now she's stuck at one side of the screen. Well, that went better than expected. Do you only have to beat her once? Or is she going to transform into something else? Ah, looks like we've got another fight on our hands, potentially. Ugh. It's kind of scary. She's back. She looks a bit more ticked off than she did previously. Oh. She's gonna go easy on me now after that initial first attack. Okay. If we can keep up this jumping business. What was that? Oh. Move over here. Oh. Oh, right. Well, if you don't block that, you're in trouble. We'll try again, if we can. Oh, unfortunate. I wonder if you actually have to do damage here, or if she will just change eventually. Okay. Good little dodge there. Oh, if I could have done that again. I think it's she's quite beatable, actually. I think if I just have one more go, there could be a chance I could beat her. So I shall try again. And if I don't succeed here, maybe we'll just leave the stream there for today, but let's try again. So this attack seems to be great, just jumping over her. Work out that's what does the most damage. Oh no! I got caught there. Try not to stay in the same place for any lengths of time seems to be the get out of here. I think we can still dodge like this. No, 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 no. Oh, there we go. Too late.
勝者静か御前
全て消えて
2本目勝負
Considering she's already got one win to her name, probably. Yeah.
来るな
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
勝者静か御前
I shall come back to it some other time, but yeah, that's definitely doable. That one.
10これにて終了
But there we have it. Samurai Shodown 2019, released for the PS4. I think it's been out maybe a month or two now. Oh, it changes the character here depending on who you've been using. So we unlocked a few things as well, got a few trophies. But all that's left for me to say is thanks very much for joining me for this video. I hope you've learned a bit more about Samurai Shodown. If you're on the fence about getting it, maybe make your mind, or well, I can only guess. So thanks for watching anyway, and until next time, it's goodbye and game on.